Learning English is one thing. Understanding different accents, that's a different story. There are some accents that are easy to understand, but there are some that even native speakers struggle with.
Right. What did he say?
Said edge is edge, huh? He only chopped him down because he couldn't see the view no more. What's he number?
Now, in this lesson, I have a challenge for you. We're going to listen to 5 different accents, and I've ranked them from the easiest, number 5, to the most difficult, number 1. As you listen to each one, there is a gapped text. You will have to listen carefully and fill in the blanks. Are you ready to challenge yourself? Let's see. All right, at number 5, we have the Texan accent. From Texas, the US. But who speaks with a Texan accent? Matthew McConaughey. Ready, set, go.
I'm really looking forward to talking with y'all tonight. You heard my dad played football here, and I believe he even graduated from here. That was some extra incentive for me to come. Short and sweet, or long and salty. A sugar donut or some oatmeal. Now, out of respect for you and your efforts in getting your degree, I thought long and hard about what I could share with you tonight. Did I want to stand up here at a podium and read you your rights? Did I want to come up here and just share some funny stories? I thought about what you would want. I thought about what you might need. I also thought about what I want to say and what I need to say.
That was easy, right? Time to see how you did in 3, 2, 1. That was a lovely accent, and it was fairly easy to understand. Now, if you love this accent like me, I highly recommend watching the first season of the series True Detective. It's a lovely TV series, especially season 1, in which we can see Matthew McConaughey and I forgot the name of the other actor, sorry. But it's an amazing show, just go ahead and watch it. Alright, good. Now, let's try a more difficult accent. At number 4, we have the beautiful accent of the city of Liverpool in the UK. And that accent is called Scouse. Let's go and try.
Around about that time, Julio used to sort of have a lot of one-on-one chats with me, and he said to me, look, he said, you've been mismanaged over the last 18 months off the pitch. He said, you're not doing enough gym work. You're not doing enough work on your legs, on your power, and your upper body is not big and strong enough to cope at the moment. He said, you've got the talent and the ability, but over the next 6 months, we're going to be working you so hard off the pitch because we need to try and build you into a man because you're a kid in a man's game. I grew up wanting to be a centre midfielder, not so much an attacking midfielder, not so much a defensive midfielder, just wanted to be in the middle. I felt like that's where I could sort of have an influence on the game. That's where I used to enjoy it when I was a kid. But I just wanted to play for Liverpool that much. I was prepared to try any positions. I was a bit of a weirdo coming through, really.
Well, that was more challenging, right? Let's see how you did in 3, 2, 1. I personally find British accents more difficult than the American ones. How about you? Let me know in the comments. Alright, a bit more challenging. At number 3, we have the beautiful accent of Geordie, which is an accent spoken in Newcastle, the UK. Are you ready? Let's go.
I think so, and I think therapy isn't for everyone, so I think there's lots of different things that you can do. Like, I know I've had sort of family members and friends that have used therapists who haven't getting on as well as that, but it's like there's all the other things you can do. Like, there's groups that people just sort of getting out and having a bit of exercise and having conversations with people that you think at that time you're the only person going through that.
Spot on.
And everybody has stuff going on, but you just don't really see it. And I was embarrassed really because I was a Premier League footballer, and I thought, like, how am I having these feelings? Like, I should not be having these feelings. I look at what I'm doing, but you realise that depression, it doesn't really discriminate.
I found this one easy to understand, accent-wise. However, it was quite fast-paced. He was speaking very fast. Now, let's see how you did in 3, 2, 1. Geordie accent is famous for not being understandable even by native speakers. The clip that I had chosen for you was actually an easy example of Geordie accent. Even native speakers struggle with the real Geordie accent. But hey, do you know what's more difficult than the Geordie accent? It's a particular Scottish accent that is famous for not being easily understandable. It's the accent of the city of Glasgow, which is called the Glaswegian accent. Are you ready to challenge yourself? Let's see.
My dad used to drive me to the gigs because I was too young to perform in the clubs, so they'd like make, if as long as I brought along a parent, which is pretty uncool, having to bring a note in saying that you're all right to go on stage in these comedy clubs. And he used to drive me everywhere, all over Scotland. My dad's always had a thing for trains. He always wanted to go on the Orient Express. So for their anniversary a couple of years ago, I got them the trip. And my dad is the only guy who's ever missed the train. He got off at Innsbruck station to send me a text, and he's used to like talking to me on the phone when I've been on trains and going, Dad, I'm on the train, the signal's pretty bad. So he presumes that you cannot send a text from a train. So he gets off before the train's due to depart, and he starts sending me this big long text, just going, son, we've been wined and dined, I'm gazing at the Tyrolean mountains.
Lovely, right? At some point with these accents, you're like, are they even speaking in English anymore? Let's see how you did with the Glaswegian accent in 3, 2, 1. Alright, I've got to be honest with you, this was the easiest Glaswegian accent I could find on the internet. But if you want to hear the real Glaswegian accent, the most difficult one, have a look at this clip.
Okay, so I love the Glaswegian accent, and I was wondering if you could teach me some local phrases.
Well, it's very hard to bring them to mind, this is the thing. It's all right when your eyes are not going, and happy as eyes. You understand?
Yeah. Or look at this one, which happened in the UK Parliament.
Can I ask the Honourable Gentleman what work is being done to make sure that this place is more accessible, particularly for some of our colleagues who have a disability?
Here. I'm sorry, it must be something to do with my Antipodean background. Could you please repeat the question, because I didn't follow it?
Well, very popular today. I'm saying that a number of parliamentary colleagues who have disabilities do find it quite difficult getting around certain parts of the state. Given that we're doing this refurbishment work, what can be done to make sure that those with a disability are able to move around more freely and the place is accessible?
I'm really sorry. Please, could you do it very slowly in Antipodean English? Thank you.
Wow. Alright, now we're getting to the most difficult accent in my opinion. You might have heard this one. It is called the Cockney accent. And do you know who speaks Cockney? Adele. And you might have seen this clip before, but let's give it a try. Ready, set, go.
Well, I think since I last was on Radio 1, I got to meet Beyonce a couple of times, which the first time I really held it together. I was like, thanks for having me to show B, you know, rare. But the thing is, I was in her dressing room and I was like, there was only a little curtain separating us while she was having her makeup done, and I started like going, I don't think I can do this, and she would have heard it all. And then she popped out, so I put on a brave face, but the second time I went out on a balcony and got on my hands and knees and cried.
Did you?
Yeah.
Bowing at the altar
I've been listening to her since I was like 9, man. Do you know what I mean? It's incredible.
Wow. Just wow. Let's see how you did. 3, 2, 1. I mean, you have to listen to it at least a couple of times in order to understand what she is trying to say. Now, I know a lot of people might argue that the Glaswegian accent is even more difficult than the Cockney accent, which, well, I mean, in my opinion, both of them are equally difficult. I hope you've enjoyed this challenge. Now, before we finish this video, let me tell you something. Do you want to have the summary of all of my YouTube channel videos in one PDF file for free? Then you can download my Ultimate English book, which has more than 500 pages of lesson summaries of all of my YouTube channel videos since day one. And as I mentioned earlier, you can get it for free, but how? Simply click on the link above my head, go to my website, type in your name, email address, country, and click subscribe. You will receive the link in your inbox. And hey, I hope you've enjoyed this challenge. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, click subscribe. See ya.